Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Sassy Tuesday. Let me know if you guys can hear and see me okay. Let me see, change one thing down here. So hopefully you guys can see me and hear me. Let's see. Got live chat going. Okay, thank you so much, ladies. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Again, welcome to Tuesday, Sassy Tuesday. I am your girl, Stephanie, aka Sassy. I am coming today with another long arm edition. Now, today is some custom quilting that I'll be doing because I have this quilt that I need to finish for a customer. I am about midway through. After tonight, I would be a little bit past midway through on this quilt. So, but before we get started, well, let's go ahead and say hello to those who are in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. Judy says she'll be watching in and out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have Nancy in the house. We have Melna in the house. Hello, ladies. Thank you so much. Let me see if I'm missing anybody. Um, Milna, Judy, Nancy, and Day. Hey, Day, honey. Yeah. So let me go back down to the bottom, and I do see there are other people that is in watching, but not in the chat, and that is okay. Now, before we go ahead and get started, guys, first of all, how has your first couple days or couple days of the week have been? I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Ours was pretty laid back. We got to spend some time with my mom, which I absolutely love. We did go and celebrate her birthday, which is at the end of the month. So we got to spend some time with her and we absolutely loved it and ate really, really, really good. Your girl also got some cross stitching in. As you know, when I am in the vehicle, I am cross stitching. And I am very, very happy to announce. I wish I could say I was done, but I can't. I can't. Because you guys know I love cross stitching. So I'm going to start sharing more of my finished, well, no, I'm going to share more of these projects with you guys because I also love to cross stitch. This is called This I Know, and it is by Plum Street Samplers. And this is how far I have progressed. Let me see if I can hold this up. This is when you need extra hands. This, think of as in fours. This is the top. No, this is one section. This bottom part is another. This is another section, and then this bottom part right here is another. So I have three. Well, the complete top part is done. I can say that with all the surety. All of the top is done. Now, when it comes to the bottom, I ran out of the green grass, so I'm waiting for that to come in. But all the sheep on this side is done. So once I get it, or once I pick this project back up, the only thing I have to do on this is to complete the grass and the sheep at the bottom. I also have to put in the long stitches for the windows. Like these two things right here are windows. Here's another window here at the top. And then there's a cross that goes right here. So I'm going to have to do some more researching on the long stitches because the one that I did have in there, I just didn't like. So yeah. So this one is almost complete, almost complete. Now I'm going to tell you, these leaves were the bane of my existence. I did not like doing these leaves. So I was glad to get all of this top done because the leaves were the part that I disliked the most of this project. Hey, Teresa Louise. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Ann. She said, saw this, love, love, love it. Yes, yes. So that is how far I'm getting on that one. Now I'm going to rotate in 3 for this last week of July and the month of August. So I want to finish up Miss Rosa Parks. It's this one. This one was a free one over from Sassafras Samplers. This is the chart. And this is how far I've gotten on it. So I only have to complete this one side here and then the portrait of Miss Parks. So I can't wait to do this one. And if you didn't know, she was a cross stitcher. So I definitely want to have this one done by February. So by February, actually, I'm hoping to have it done by the end of next month. That will be another whip that is complete. Okay. Now, yes, the 4th of July has passed, and I think, well, we still have other days that represent Americana to me that's coming up. So this pattern here is by Shannon Christine. And I always print my charts in black and white. So I'm sorry that you're seeing them in black and white. And I'm technically probably not to show you the chart because this is a paid for chart. But I'm going to hold it back here. And if you guys take a picture of this and zoom, shame on you. Okay. But this is the chart right here. I don't know if you can see it anyway, but this is the chart right here. It's a medallion. You got 2 medellas, I should say. A borders. Is this 1776? I can't see it. I won't be able to see it until it's stitched. A house, a truck with American flag. And you guys know that I had just purchased the truck at the end of last year. So I was like, yeah, but this is how far I've gotten on it. And I absolutely love this mandala here. I actually like both of them, but this one I was looking forward to seeing how it came together. So this is the start of the house right here. So it's coming along. So I would like to see at least the house completed on this. So yeah. Or even just to get it done because it's not a lot to go, but this one was very, very let's see, is meticulous, is that the word? You just have to make sure, very, very sure that you're putting those X's where they belong. Okay. Hi, Liz. And the last one, this is one of the new ones that I'll be starting. It is called Have a Cup. I mean, no, it's not. It's called Cup of Cheer. I'm so sorry. And it is another one by Shannon Christine. And this is the picture of it right here. I cannot wait to start on this one. I spent a great deal of time today picking out all the flosses and making sure they were on my floss drops and put them on the key ring. These are all the colors that I'll be using for it. These are the called for DMC colors. So I'm looking forward to playing with this one. So this is the only one that I'll be starting. And I just like to wind and twist so my floss won't get all jumbled up. And this is one of my project bags that I've made. So I really like this one. I like this one. You know, I like this one because it's got chickens on it. The inside has chickens. So that's one of them. In fact, I made all of these project bags except one. This is another one of my makes right here. I think this is one of the first ones that I made. And this just has a simple purple background. This one I saw online, and I had one of the fabrics and the other fabric was on clearance over at our local store. So I kind of copied what I saw on Etsy. So I made this one as well. It has the bees and the beehives and all that, kind of super duper cute. And then, yeah, these are the three that I made. The other one I did purchase, and I purchased a little pouch bag on the for it as well. Now, I did not make project bags for the other ones because honestly, I'm finding that they're really not necessary because I don't really use them. I just throw my stuff in there. I just throw the stuff in the bag and just keep it moving. So yes, so that is all the cross stitch talk. That is all the cross stitch talk. Let's see, anybody else? Hey, Donna. Donna says she's lurking for a bit. I understand that. And Teresa says she has that chicken fabric. Yay! You guys know I love me some chickens. So let's go ahead and get started on this quilt. Again, this is a customer quilt. She did, let me show you the pattern here up close and personal. Excuse me, Benson. This is the pattern. My ankle, Jesus. This is the quilt. It's called, the pattern is called Blooming Star, and it is by Cover Quilt Design and Piece by Idita Star. Yep. So this is one of hers. Now this customer, excuse me, did not do the applique, floral applique. She just did the center star. Praise the Lord. So I am finished with the top, this row here, these two, and now I'm about to do this one and try to figure out what I'm going to do in this negative space right here. Now on these outer triangles, I did swirls. So it makes sense to me for continuity is to, I think that's the word I'm looking for. If not, don't use big words, Stephanie. So the quilt can come together is what I'm trying to say. Is to have the swirls in that center. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. I'm just not like 100% on it as of yet. So I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to go ahead and change, hopefully, camera views so we can see if this, if we can get this to work today. Here you go, buddy, because I don't want you being naughty when I'm working. Yep, you're going to be naughty. I already see it. I am using 402 So Fine thread on the top. I am using pre-wound bobbins on the back, my super bobs, also by Superior Thread, and the color is off white. Everything is going very, very well so far. Now, I needed to phone a friend. So I phoned some folks and I was like, okay, what should I do with like the center of the star? Other than that, I think things are coming out the way that I have a vision for the quilt. These stars are hand applique. So they have raised parts. Let me see if I can show you on with this camera. It has raised parts. These are raised, but I didn't want to mess with those. I wanted that to stay how it is. So I just did a stay stitch all the way around the star, and did a swirl in the center to keep it. I did some light ruler work on the outside so that star can pop up and out of the quilt like almost 3D-ish. So right now I am on this middle star, which is absolutely cute, and we'll be working it. Now on these other ones, I did all of my outside work first. But on this one, I am going to do, I'm not 100% on what I'm seeing right now, because I'm seeing some fullness up in here, and I need to address it. So I do have my steamer. Let me go ahead and turn it on and get it ready, because I need that steamer to get to work. Benson had his treat, so you guys are going to hear him. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just advancing the quilt so I can see steam at the top going down. I just want to contain some of this. I need to contain some of it. Okay. Right word, Sassy. Thank you, Dave. Ann says, would a feather circle look good around the middle star? It would, and it would, but I'm terrified. Now, I've only done a feather on my own quilt. Oh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I would love to put a feather, but I don't trust my feather. I haven't done one in a circle. I haven't done one in a circle. And that worries me, that for me to put it on there, because it would look absolutely stunning. A feather with a filler. That's a possibility. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to steam the this just to contain it. I'm going to do the quilting of this middle star, and then I'm going to have to advance it so I can contain the rest of this center medallion space, and go from there. I mean, once I contain it, and then I can either work on these other two stars on the outside of it as I'm thinking of what to do, because I'm not sold on it. Now, of course, using steam, you always want to be careful. As you can see, Benson, baby, I need you to move. The steam is coming out, unless you need a nice good facial, keep your face out of the way. And what I do is I just run my steamer down onto this area. And this is the Conair, and because I have a ruler plate on here, I don't, of course, I don't want my ruler plate in the way. Okay. And let's bring you back so you can see how well it had been contained. Yes, Benson, honey, you are in my way. In my way. Let me put this back on the other side. I'm looking at this feather on this giraffe back here, and I'm like, girl, you know you got that feather, but I never done it in a circle, and God forbid if I get around that circle and be like, oh, I'm feathering, I'm feathering, and it don't come out right. Draw the circle, and you got this. But do you see how much space it is in here? Would I unless I did it like, where is a pencil? And of course, a piece of paper when you need one. You never can find one. Let me use the back of this. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna. If I did it corner to corner, oh, I suck at drawing. Um, don't count this towards me, okay, guys? If I did something like this, like the feathers, again, I'm not an artist, but can you see that? Like this is the diamond, and I had the feather go from like the top to the right, do those feathers there, and then do another one from the top to the left, and then from the left to the bottom, like that, to make it look like a curve coming in. But just kind of make them a little bit bigger to fill in that space a little bit. Okay. That way I can see it, but coming and doing it in a circle, unless I haven't seen a template that big with the feather. Do a circle halfway in the middle and the feather on both sides. Do a circle halfway in the middle. Okay, halfway in the middle, and feather it on both sides. Okay, we're gonna. You trying to talk me into it? Then you trying to talk me into it? I don't know, girl. I don't know. But it sounds like that, and I thought of that. But now, if I would have did it like right after I did this giraffe, I would have been like, I got this. I haven't even practiced on them in a minute, so I'm kind of terrified. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this star. At least if I get the star out the way, I can work on the rest. And the steam took a great deal of that fullness out. I am using my quilted pineapple rulers for long seams when I'm doing stitch in the ditch. I'm using the longer one, and then with my shorter ones, I am definitely using my little quilted pineapple ruler. Helen says she's right. Yes, she is right. And I can do it. I know I can, but I haven't done it in a long time, y'all. I haven't done it in a minute. Okay, so what I'm doing here is starting at the top And what I'm going to do now is just do my outline all around just the edge. And I'm going to just contain the no, I'm not containing. I am just tacking down or stitching down, top stitching down this applique. I'm not touching these white areas at all because I still want those to, she went through all the trouble to make them. I just don't want to tie them down. So I am doing 13 stitches per inch. Now, believe it or not, this is my first time doing it. And I'm like, what in the world took me so long to figure out about this 13? How I love it. How I love it. As you can see, my machine moved. Does that mean something? Yes, it does. It means my machine is not leveled enough in the center, but it's okay. We're gonna make it work anyhow. When you're doing free motion, it is really, really easy to, I'm tying down my stitch. It is very, very easy to get, it's easier, I should say, to get back into place on free motion quilting. Now, before I start, I want to make sure, because I did not do it before, I'm going to my setup and making sure that my needle is down. So that means when I start my machine and stop it, it's going to stop in the needle down position. And that's just for my own security of, so if I have to quickly stop, I don't want my machine to move. I don't want it to move. Now I can go ahead and start stitching. I know a lot of quilters, they're like, oh, if I don't like something, I just keep going. I'm not one of those. I will stop and I will take it out if it gets really, the stitch get bad. I'm going to take it out, especially if the line is not as straight as I want it to. So I just wanted to share with you guys what I was doing on this quilt. So, and you will see all of my thought processes in order. Now, as you can see, because you guys get to see me from the back side, I have this star like in the middle. Technically, I should have brought it a little bit more closer to me. So, I already have a back problem, so I'm not reaching over. My husband and I have the wheels on my table. I need to take them off because I have a lift on my table. And to do this, it would have been much more comfortable if I had my table down just a little bit, that I was over it a little bit more. So I wouldn't have to stretch as much. So keep that in mind if when you have a long arm and something like that. Don't be afraid to bring the area that you're quilting closer to you so you won't have to stretch as much. And then I stop. And then I'm thinking, okay, now I'm using a ruler. How should my hand go next? Because what I don't want, I need to turn my AC up some because I'm burning up. Hold on one second. If you come down anymore, we're going to be in the refrigerator. Okay. I'm usually in a razorback and all that kind of stuff when I'm down here. This is way too many clothes to be custom quilting in, okay? But you was not about to see all that on this channel, okay? So I had to change my AC, turn it down some. So don't be afraid to move into a comfortable position. Get into a comfortable position. And if you notice that you're not in a good position, don't be afraid to um find it. Now, like right now, it is kind of hard because I have a camera mounted and I'm going just a little bit slower. I have a camera mounted and I have to, you know, make sure that I'm looking around it. So I have to go a little bit slower. So forgive me on that. Thank you guys for putting in the links. Hello, Katie. Hey, Jackie. And if I'm missing somebody, please forgive me. Just know that my back is to the chat and I'm not seeing it. If I didn't call you, please just, say something again in the chat and one of my mods will let me know that I missed saying hello to you because I don't want to miss you guys. Guys, can you believe July is almost over? July is almost over. Vacations are done. I was thinking about going home to Milwaukee, but they put in our family chat today that they were like, "Oh, we're talking about the family reunion for 2025. Is it going to be in North Carolina or is it going to be in Atlanta?" And I'm like, "Atlanta." Everybody else was North Carolina. So I gotta figure out some stuff for a family reunion. And it's easier to go a little bit faster when you're doing ruler work. Well, like again, I have this camera in front of me, so I have to go just a little bit slower because I'll be ripping all these stitches out. Okay, now we coming at a different angle and I have to fight, not fight. I'm not fighting anything. I'm just got to move around this cable. To come on the other side. I hope I don't tug on the camera. Okay. What I'm thinking about is that feather, y'all. I'm thinking about it, and the thing is I have to stop with the self doubt. I know I can do it. It's just that I don't know how to implement it. That kind of thing. And I will get there. I will get there. Oh yeah. I'm coming on to this other side of the star. And stitches look a little shaky, and that's because I'm fighting it with this oh, I went in further than I wanted to. So I already warned you guys. I went in further than I wanted to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this part out, and it's okay. It's okay. I don't like it, therefore, and it's the center star. So I feel like definitely it's going to be something that is going to draw attention to the eye. Looking for my scissors. That's okay. Trust and believe me, this is not the first time on this quilt bull. I've been taking stuff out that I did not like. And I can't, if I'm not at least 90% happy with it, I'm not giving it to my customer. So just know I'm very picky. I'm very, very picky. So the only thing I have to do, which I like when it comes to custom quilting, I don't have to go that far back um, to get it right. If you hear Benson down here, he's down here licking himself. What I'm trying to do now I'm going to tell you. Remember I just said earlier how I love this 13 inches, the stitch 13 inches per, no, not 13 inches, 13 stitches per inch. Get it together, girl. 13 stitches per inch, but I hate picking it out. Shoot, it's a pain in the butt. So what I'm going to do is just back it on up until, again, I like to get to a corner, and this one is being really, really difficult. And I have a feeling it's because I'm on camera, of course. Oh, wait a minute. You are my bobbin thread. You are my bobbin. So I had to move you out of the way for a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, just picking these babies out. That's the pain. That's the part that's the pain in the patuka. Okay. So I pick it out and I try to bring up that bobbin thread from the bottom. So even though I do a cleanup on both the front and back, it's just easier if it's on the front. Okay. Bring it back over. And now what I can do is just go back a couple of stitches and bring that needle down and just slowly go back over. Okay. This is pick up. Just slowly go back over those threads again. Let me bring my bobbin thread up because it's longer than need be. And then I'm just gonna tie it down. Now I could go back and forth on it if I wanted to, but I did not. I didn't do that. So I'm just gonna go really slow just to get those couple of stitches, exposed stitches, just to lock them in. I go back once, and then now I'm just continuing. Make sure no one that's in the chat is saying something. Hi, Linda. See you later, Helen. Thank you so much for coming. I'm well, but still hot, humid here in Florida. Yes, it is. Hope rain in the next couple of days will cool things down. Honey, Linda, let me tell you, it's been raining here ever since we got back from Florida every day. And ask me, did it cool anything down? It's just starting to cool down. And I'm only talking about a couple degrees. It's still hot. It is still hot. Okay, we slowly getting to the top, but I am in no race. I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess it up. So now you're gonna get my hand a little bit more in your way because I need to get into the on this star right here. There we go. Almost there. Step to the side. Don't be afraid to move when you're quilting. You're gonna have to move just your neck or whatever, so you can see better. Don't be afraid to move because you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. Even when you're sitting down, sometimes you're gonna have to adjust your body to get to little different areas of the quilt. Okay, now I need to go back to my starting point. I want to make sure that I'm hitting that starting point. So because my ruler is a 1/4 inch, I want to make sure that I'm back a 1/4 inch away from, my ruler have to be, over a 1/4 inch so I can actually hit my target. So I'm going to tie it down. I'm going to move it back. Then I'm going to bring it forward. Come on. And then I'm going to bring up my bobbin thread. What I'm going to do here is cut back here because I want to bury those threads. Though I tied it down, I don't necessarily have to. I can just, snip if I wanted to, but yeah. So, thread on the floor. Now, all of the star is down, and you see how it's giving that little puffed up effect. It's almost like trapunto, and I love that. I love that. So now what I'm going to do is do a swirl. And I'm going to try my best to end up here because I can see that she has this open right here, and I'm going to use my stitch to close it down. Now this part is when I had to phone a friend. Yep, I had to phone a friend because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do on the center, and I did not want to do pebbles because I've been here all day doing pebbles. And pebbles and I are not, it's not good for a sister, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack it down in the center. This is the part I have to work on the most, is gaining back. Once I stop the machine, though I'm going to stop it with the needle down, the smoothness of getting it back started. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I have to make a C to come out of my way. Stopping it with it down. I want to cut this thread right here because, honey, if you don't, it's going to be in your way. And trying to pull it up out of them threads is a nightmare, okay? All this rain in Virginia is good for the vegetables. Yes, and it's good for my watermelon. That's the only thing that's living out there now in my garden. It's good for my watermelon because they're still trying to grow, and it's good for the chickens. Hey, Brenda. So, in echoing, you guys already know echoing is kind of not my friend, but that's okay, you guys. We're doing this, right? This is custom. So she about to get a custom swirl. See how it went down, and I really wanted it to go around one more time, slow it down so I can see, so I can end up on this spot right here. I want to go right there, and then I'm just going to rock it just a little bit so I can tie it down, and then I'm going to pick it up some more. Drop the needle and pull it up. And that's that. I want to make sure that none of my threads are out. Okay, guys, that center star is done. Now, do I have time to show you what I've been doing on these other stars? Let me, I need to bury this because I need to be consistent. I don't want to bury in one time and just because I'm doing it on a live, not bury and then scroll and then forget to go back, you know? So what I'm doing is just burying these threads so I can pull them, you know, through another spot and, ouch, and I can snip them. You guys already know what burying a thread means. So I get to cut. I have a, oh, whoa, Jesus. Let me go slow. Let me come off of that. There you go. Make sure I iron that back down. You got to be careful with stuff lifted up. You got to be careful. So, do I have time to do one more star with you guys? I kind of do. We can get on it. Right now, I'm just adjusting, and that way you can see, if I don't get on the star, you can see what I'm doing on the outside of the little stars. Let me just, I just need to make sure that all of my area would be covered when I do this. So, is something wrong? Oh, pulling it the wrong way. Okay. So, what I am going to do now is I'm noticing, see, it's some fullness up in here. So, maybe it's best for me to show you. Maybe I can do this one down here. This one, as you can see, has a lot of fullness in it. And for that, I'm going to have to steam to get this flat. And I don't want to mess with that right now. Let me be careful as I'm working my way back over here. This side is not bad. And my machine is stopping. And that's because I have my steamer. Yeah. My steamer cord is in the way. Let me set this down on the floor behind my machine. This one is easier to do. So we can start on this one. And as you can see right here, I have some threads sticking out. Those are not my threads sticking out. Those are threads that she left behind. So as I'm going through, I want to clean this up. I told you guys I wanted to use this long ruler. So let me stabilize this square. I want to make sure that I can get all of you. Guys, I can't do this one either because there's a lot of fullness here. And I don't want to trap it when I go to here. Have to be careful with that because I'm getting closer to the end. As you can see, this is the end of the quilt right here. This is the end of the center, and then this is nothing but the border. So I need to contain all of this fullness on this bottom row, these bottom two rows of stars. And before I do that, I need to do some steaming. But let me show you what I'm doing. I'm thinking you can see this. I marked where I want my design. I marked out my design with the ruler. Put a dot there, put a dot there, and this is my end point. This is some dot to dot. So on all of the shapes that look like this shape right here, move to the side so you can see it. This shape right here, I did like these triangle wedges. And then on the star, part of the star that had the straight triangle, I just did a middle dot and I brought it out to the seam. Easy peasy, just straight and simple ruler work. Now, and on the sides, on these white pieces, I can scroll it back so you guys can see it. And I did some more dot to dot on it. I am following Angela Walters because you guys already know that's my girl. Take this stuff off. I know you guys are like, this ain't no dang on custom quilting. It is, but I didn't realize that I was going to run into all of this fullness on this row. So I can show you what I did. Let me bring this in because I don't want it to mess up anything. Come on, block. I did that V, like I brought in this design right here, this single triangle. I did that along this big triangle, the same, but instead of doing one, I did it twice, and then I added in some swirls. And that's why I was saying to bring it into the center, being careful. Do I bring in swirls in the center? But I am going to seriously consider a feather if I can get it to look right. Again, you already know, like I said, I'm not opposed to taking things apart, taking it off if I don't like it. But and a swirl will go right over it so it wouldn't leave a lot of holes in it at all. But to get it how I like it, yeah. Because you guys can't see my giraffe here. My feathers are short. I haven't mastered the long and curvy pretty ones as of yet. So yeah. So guys, any other questions, anything? I know we didn't do technically a lot. We did do a go around the star and we did the center of one. Tomorrow, my goal is to have this center done as well as having these other two stars done. Once I do the containing, I will put a picture out on Sassy's Quilting Tribe. If you guys have not joined that, please consider doing so over on Facebook. Again, there will be definitely pictures on Instagram once I finish it. The border, I have ribbon candy in sections, so you guys get to see all of that as well. I am really, really liking this process and the work that I'm doing on this quilt. There are things that I'm getting from you guys as feedback that what I can do, and trust and believe me, I am taking it all in, and I want to make sure that this quilt is going to be something that I absolutely would love to do. You know what? I could do a computerized feather. Just no, I can't. No, I can't because it's too big. The area is too big. It won't fit in my space. Never mind, scratch that. But guys, that's all I have for today. I want you guys to have an amazing rest of your week. And I will see you guys when I see you. I don't want to make any promises anymore. What I'm going to do, if I happen to do a live, I do one, but not, where I am on Tuesday nights, right? Right. You guys have an amazing, blessed week. If you have prayer requests, go ahead and drop them in the description, not in the description box, in the comment section, or go ahead and email me. I have been getting some emails, and trust and believe me, you are being prayed for. So, guys, until the next time, be blessed. Bye.